Another episode of Upcoming Mods, the series where I show you guys some work in progress mods for the Fallout modding community by the modding community. But before I jump into this one, I'm actually going to plug my own little Design by Human store. Basically a place where you could buy a few t-shirts, stickers, a phone case, a few things on there right now. But in addition to plugging that, if you are personally an artist, I would love it if you could email me. Going forward, I'm definitely going to try and reach out to artists to actually have stuff more professionally done. All this stuff currently was done mostly by me, but it just felt like it made a lot more sense to reach out to my own audience first before some random guy off the street. So if you do graphic design or have any art talents in general, send me an email or message me on Twitter or something like that. I will have links to everything in the description. If you want to check out a cool t-shirt, again, there's some cool things on there thus far. You could check that out. But with all of that being mentioned, again, we do have some more upcoming mods. This is definitely going to be a pretty good episode. I think we have a few mods that you guys are going to be pretty excited for, a few new announcements, some long-awaited updates. And to build on that, I actually have an update to the HK416. I know a lot of you guys have been really anticipating this one and you've been kind of curious as to where it's gone. Well, actually about a month ago, or I guess almost 2 months ago now, the mod author did give us an update. Basically, he did say, things have really become heated in my absence here. I apologize that I haven't kept everyone updated. I feel awful that some of you have given up hope in the project as a result. It wasn't my intention to lead the community on an endless project. I've had to stop development over the last 2 months, which now is about 4 months. My real life has come first and I've been close to homeless a few times, as well as people close to me needing my help. I'll tell you first and foremost, I'm not giving up on the project. Also, to dispel some confusion, the amount of time I've actually dedicated to this project is probably 5 months over the last year. If that gives you some ideas of what else goes on in Ced's world, I haven't been tirelessly slashing away at this. If that were the case, this would have been out 7 months ago. When I start working on this project again, I will let you all know. Until then, don't expect it to be out. Enjoy the awesome new mods our community is bringing to you now, and let's work on supporting each other. You can find a link to that in the description down below. It's on the Nexus image page of the last update we did get for the mod. I think it really speaks for itself. There's not too much for me to say about it. Obviously, the mod author should take as much time as he does need. Modding is something cool. It's a really cool mod, but obviously your personal life, your health, your home come way before any of that. I just wanted to really throw this in here because I didn't want to make a standalone video, and I know a lot of you guys have been commenting and asking about it. Regardless, again, now we will actually get into the video. We're going to start things off with another new update to Fallout Miami. This time we're actually going to get a look at one of the aquarium interiors. I actually think this is one of the first interior views we have gotten out of all the updates to this mod. If the title wasn't obvious enough, the Fallout Miami project is something aiming to add Miami into Fallout. We're not really sure about the scale or scope of this one. I think the images speak for the talent of the mod author themselves. So many of the exteriors for these buildings and really just the landscapes have looked so good, and it definitely looks like the interiors are going to be right up there on the same level. There's just so much going on, so much clutter. You could see some of the different dining areas, or at least what look like some of the dining areas. It would be pretty cool if this, considering it's an aquarium, does have some kind of special NPCs or mobs out there. Obviously that would take a lot of work, but I think that would really make this a very cool mod and just a little bit more exciting, like a mutated shark or something weird that you'd only find in Florida. All around, this mod is looking very promising. I definitely think this image set is only going to get me more hype for this one, and it definitely shows how much work has actually been done on it. So we actually have an update to the R91 by Tainted. This is a mod I've showed you a bit of in the past. It's a relatively simple update. We're getting some looks at some of the different attachments on the weapon. He does say he is redoing some of the handguards, as well as actually adding see-through combat scope support, which personally I'm very excited for. I know you guys know that. It's one of my favorite mods of all time. All around, the gun is looking very good. He wanted to remind everyone that the project is not dead. It's still being worked on. This is one I'm personally very excited for. I always love lore-friendly weapons, especially those from previous Fallout games. And although we do have a few R91 variants available right now, I think this is going to be the one that really takes the gun to the next level in Fallout 4. So we do have a jewelry or accessory mod by Femme Shopping. This is actually the work of a number of different mod authors. He is porting some stuff, I believe, from Skyrim with permission. Regardless, as you can see, what this is going to add in is a bunch of different jewelry pieces. These are things that are going to go on your ears, nose, necklaces. It's going to be pretty cool because Femme Shopping makes a lot of really high quality content, and I think this is going to be a good mod for especially female characters, I guess male characters too, to just make the NPCs look a little bit more complete. Obviously, it's going to be used on your own character, but just kind of little details that will stand out and make it again feel a little bit more personable. He actually did say that this might be released today, so look around when this video goes up. You might find it on Nexus right now. I'm recording this about 1 p.m. and it's not up yet. Regardless, a very cool mod and one I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy using. So we actually have a work in progress update for the Cyberlight Apartments. This is an apartment mod that came out a few weeks ago now. It was something I showed a lot of in this series before its release. Now we're getting a few images of a noir style office that's going to be added to one of the apartments. So basically it's going to be a new kind of door that leads to this office. I definitely like the look of this one. It feels like something that this 100% looks like something that Nick Valentine would sit in, and you'd find him spending a lot of time in this. It definitely fits his aesthetic quite well. But all around, I definitely think it'll fit with the rest of the apartments. And personally, I just think it looks really cool. There's an appropriate amount of clutter. It looks like it's lived in and used, but not kind of messy, or maybe a little bit messy, but I like it. It works well, and it's definitely something I'm going to be looking forward to. So we have another update on the Vault-Tec Power Armor. This is a mod by NewerMind43. This is a mod author that's made a ton of different power armor mods, and most recently a new shotgun mod. As you can see by these images, this is some of the first kind of proper in-game screenshots we've had of this power armor. It definitely looks pretty cool. It seems like there is still some work to be done to it. I actually really like the textures on this one, more so than the modeling or anything else. I kind of like the scratch design. I feel like it looks very raw and sharp, and just looks a bit weathered, like it's something that's been used over the course of the past few years, but at the same time doesn't look totally trash, like it's almost unusable. Again, NewerMind has made some really high quality power armors in the past. Right now he's working on a number of different mods. I'm not sure which one we'll see first, but they definitely all seem pretty interesting and cool. I just hope he does get around to finishing most of them. As always, again, I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below. Out of all the mods I did show you, which of those is your favorite? Personally, I think Fallout Miami is still one of my favorite mods that is a work in progress right now. It just seems like a really cool location to experience, and I feel like setting really plays a huge role in Fallout games, the theme, and just everything built around the setting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys do want to, if you're either an artist, you want to email me, or if you are just a person that wants to buy a t-shirt, you could do that. I'm going to be buying some right now after this video. I don't get them for free, I just have to buy them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, again, and thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.